Well, hello there, young people. I am Grandpa Tone. It is Saturday, and I'm going to be painting and hanging out. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of The World According to Tone. Of course, as always, my cameras aren't the way I want them initially, but hey, that's the fun part about my chaos. Is that nothing ever works 100%. I just go with the flow. So, but I'm just, it's Saturday. I, like to take time on my Saturdays, just kind of fuck around and do whatever I want. It's a great day typically for me to have conversations with people. It's a great day for me to sit around and do nothing, or even just sit around and paint. And that's kind of where I'm at today. So I've been working the last couple weeks on one of my slate figures here from Savage Crucibles. Wave one line, the Lumerians, and I'm trying to do a tribute kind of to an old school character from another line, but hit a little bit of a roadblock, and it's partly, I'm sure, a mix of my own fault as well. But hey, it is what it is. I'm gonna try and take it apart tomorrow and rectify that situation. Hopefully, we'll be able to finish that here in the near future, but. Because I'm kind of at a roadblock with him and all I really want to do is paint, I decided to start one of my other slate figures and painting, and I'm not going to do a full kind of paint job on, its body with this. I've kind of started it. I got a lot of things done on it. A lot of the tunic here, I'll show you in a moment, is where a lot of that painting and creativity is going to come from. So, I'll get to it. I will get to it here soon enough. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I was going to hang out and paint. I got some things that came in the mail today, so I'm going to do, a mail call. I got some stuff here for my, Savage Crucible world building, and some stuff that will kind of translate well to us. And one of the figures, actually, though, I got is for a future endeavor of another figure that I'm really excited to also put together today, too. So, but I am going to pop over the chat real quick here to see what's going on. Milanko, my brother from another mother, I love you, buddy. What's going on? Hanging out just the way I love me some Tone. Hey, that's all I need to hear, buddy. That's all I need to hear. That is all I need to hear. I am louder than normal. Oh, okay, well that's as we know here. As we know here. How does that sound, Blanco? Collector 425 in the chat, not to be confused with Collector 424 or Collector 426, the one and only Collector 425. The man, the myth, the legend. He will hopefully be here next Saturday for another episode of Let's Set the Tone. Very excited to have a collector on here. So we'll dive into it next week. We're not really sure on time, as you all know. With my chaoticness, I don't mind the fluidity. We'll figure out when it'll fit, when it'll work best for him. But we're gonna sit down next week and we're gonna talk all things that he does. Absolutely. So, for sure, yeah. I can't wait, collector. I'm trying to make my way through my peoples here. I'm working through the game Grown-Ass Mentoy crew and then the World Makers Consortium crew as well. But he bridges the gap, which is going to be fun to talk about as well, too. A bit better, but it's still loud. That is crazy. I guess it's better to have it loud. And Blanco with this sound. And, of course, once again, as a reminder to everybody, it wouldn't be a Banter and Babble stream without any audio issues. It's true. We did. Oh, look! It did crank it up. See, there it is, right there. It cranked it up on me. I checked this before stream just in case, because this is the bullshit that it does. And I'm going to assume now that probably sounds much better. Now you have me at 40%. Well, hey, get that boombox, put it out your window, and let the neighbors hear me too. So. But I do have also my monitor and everything over here, so you're going to see me looking off to the side lock. That's where my chat's at. It's not really in front of me because I have a ton of paints in front of me right now. So there's a lot of things going on here. I don't have room, so I got to have the monitor off to the side here. I got podcast equipment in the middle, so as you know. Oh, well, look who it is. It's me, Liggy. Happy birthday once again. I know you really just had a birthday, you son of a bitch. If it isn't, my old Redcoat fan. Let me guess. For your birthday, you had nothing but a plate or a bowl full of beans on some chips. Don't lie to me either. Don't lie to me, boy. I know you. It's good to see you, buddy. It's been a long time. Miss you. King of the Redcoats. That's damn right. You fucking Redcoat son of a bitch. Every bean possible. That's great. That's good. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's good to see you, buddy. I hope things are well. I hope the fam's doing well as well. It's crazy to see the kids grow the way they are for sure. So, tell her I said hi. Tell her I said hello. It's good to see you, man. Yeah, I just like I said, just it wouldn't be anything around here if we didn't have some sort of audio video issues. I swear it would be a dream come true if at one point one of these ever just kind of jumped off smoothly without any issues, but we all know that that's never ever going to happen. So but either way, like I said, I'm just kind of chilling today. I'm going to do this for a couple hours. I'll maybe watch the AEW pay-per-view. So I'm really not going to do much today. I'm just going to kick it. So we've been doing a lot recently and traveling on the weekends. I wanted a weekend where, just do whatever I want. So that's good. That's good to see the kids are doing well. The fam. That's awesome, man. Awesome. And you should have your tablet mounted an arm above your work area. I do. Don't tell me things I should be doing. That's a good idea. That's a good idea, actually. Just so I can watch the chat. You son of a bitch. Why don't you buy me a tablet? Life is life's good, man. I can't complain. I really like my job. After I got out of retail about 4 years ago, right after the pandemic, really changed my life. I think getting the weekends off consistently and working a real just 9 to 5, I guess, after 20 plus years of working most weekends and not. So, of course, got a divorce, which was that's always fun, but it was best for my mental health. And I've got a pretty awesome girlfriend I live with now, and we do adventures all the time. So honestly, it's probably the first time in a long time in my life, in at least a decade and a half, where I can say pretty much all things around me are good, and I'm just enjoying what I'm doing. So it's it was a road to get there, let me tell you, but we got there. So yeah, it's been good, man. So I'm just kind of doing whatever I want now. That's kind of how the content, I don't know if you know, but the content with Banter and Babble has kind of changed. We turn Banter and Babble more of like a, I always had a vision of like doing like a G4 kind of thing, like channel, which, G4 is a channel and then you have different episodes and different shows on it. And that's kind of what Banter and Babble is more now of a brand than it really is necessarily just a podcast. And we haven't done the podcast in a minute because dude's been busy with family and life and kids and stuff like that. So hopefully someday we'll be able to at least move it to like, once a month or quarterly or something, but it's going to be a minute for that. So he's just doing video game content mostly for right now. And then I'm just doing the talkative content and hobbyist content or whatever. So this was the stuff I envisioned a long time ago, like 4 years ago, living at my old place. This is the stuff I wanted to do, and I never got a chance to do that. So, it's awesome to be there. Yeah, man. It's been good. That's Britt in the chat right there, Liggy. I don't know if you can see her. Britt Liggy is the UK buddy I keep telling you that someday is going to come over here and visit us and hang out for a little bit. So we've been planning it for a long time between him and me and Prime, but everybody's busy. It's tough, and nowadays it's even more expensive to travel. So I know, man. I wish you could. I wish you lived closer. One of these days we're gonna get figured out, though. Same with Blanco. Blanco's got an open invite here. I'm trying to get him to come over and hang out for a weekend or something someday. So B&B is definitely I'm just gonna, where'd that go? What am I doing? The Banterverse, yes. Toys, games, chats, waiting on food boxes. Food boxes? You want to elaborate on that there, tough guy? Yeah, we just gotta have if Liggy comes over here, he's just gonna have to basically, we'll just get him a couple cans of Bush's baked beans. That's all they eat over there, and French fries, crisps, right? No, yeah. Though my goal is to someday actually try a true Yorkshire pudding, because I'm very curious on that, for sure. Yeah, that's about the only thing I think I ever see that looks good. Actually, you guys get a lot of kebabs, and I do like kebabs. We get doner kebabs around here too. yeah, man, Blanco, you just got to figure it out. You know, everybody over here would love to see it too. So it's got to be Heinz beans. Oh, it's even not even as good if it's not Bush's baked beans. What's that all about? Come on, man. Come on, you guys are nuts. You guys are nuts. I mean, I like beans a lot too. We eat a lot of beans. We eat a lot of chickpeas and black. I love black beans. That's my favorite bean, I think, overall. Well, we know what my favorite bean overall is. We know. We all know. You know. I'm not even gonna say it, but you know. You know what my favorite is. So yeah, anyways, yeah, I got been doing a lot of stuff around here with the painting. Like I said, just kind of a roadblock now. It kind of sucks. I super wish that I didn't have to go the route I got to, but I'm gonna have to boil some pieces and dye them to get some of the color well. But I'll pull this up here in a minute so you can all see too kind of where I'm at. Yeah, sounds good, Liggy. No, it's great seeing you, my bro. It's been a minute, I know. So, you guys take care if you're not able to make it back in, but you know, I appreciate you popping in. Good to hear you guys are doing well, and you know, I'll tell Prime that tell Prime to go fuck himself for you. So, as well. All right, where are we here? Nope. Oh, there we go. We're gonna figure this out. We might figure this out. I don't know if I just shrank my logo or what, but I'm really fucking up everything today. All right. We are going to kind of kick it off here, get some painting done. Now, as you can see, and I'll show you what I've been working on originally. Here with the pink one. Yeah, I definitely tell him, Liggy. I'll definitely tell that piece of shit. Now, this has turned out pretty well, but as you can see, the joints. This is where I've run into the joints and the paint, the way that Savage Crucible makes them. So I gotta fucking dye them now at this point. That's just the route I gotta go. So I gotta do some touch up paints here and there, but I mean, the color looks great. It's basically a crane color. This head turned out really good. I love the look of the head. I got to work on the inside of his mouth yet. I haven't gotten there quite yet. And then I got to add some of the purple yet. So I got some more stuff with him, some more detail coming. But we'll like I said, we'll get there over time. But right now I'm working on a different slate. This guy, I really like how his head turned out. I don't know if you can see that well enough. Bring it up a little bit. I like the stripes. I feel like that kind of looks cool. I'm going to add a little bit more, like, I think this dark blue here, some navy in there somehow. I'm going to figure out how I want to incorporate it, but, I definitely want to do that. I got his mouth painted, so I definitely got I think I got to gloss and add some, oh shit, rubbed off a little bit. That won't be that open, so that's not a big deal. I'm going to try to gloss that up a little bit, like a gloss in that, so it looks like it's wet, right? Like a mouth should. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do that, and I started this. I got a debate. I don't know if I like the line here. I might do the whole arm side like with the green because I'm trying to make it more like toad-like in a way. I love lizards are cool, but I also love toads, so I like that this looks like a toad's back. Instead of being like full solid color, like accented. I'm still gonna add some of the dark blue and some of this stuff as well too, but it's gonna be it's not gonna be like as predominant. I feel like. Maybe more in his hands and stuff like that too. But I got the claws painted as well. I did like a darker tone. Did a darker tone on that one. So, yeah. I'll work on his legs and then kind of decide what I want to do. Now, the fun part here with these, I've been having a good time, is also painting the weapons. So I'm gonna finish this probably today too for my pink fellow there. Start doing some gold around there. The gold's not really taken great to this, so I got to go over it a lot. I feel it's really watery, but yeah, I got to figure out what I'm not gonna do a red jewel. I feel like every weapon you see seems to have like a red jewel, so I'm gonna do like a different color. I might do something like a green or something. I figure maybe like a blue on it, just something different, right? Could even do like a light blue or something cool. So, and then he's got another one I got to work on too, because he's gonna be a dual wielder with daggers. Now, this sword is really fucking sweet. I really like this sword, honestly, It's one of the longest ones that they do have, like in the normal packs with Savage Crucible. All these weapons, this bag of weapons here, these all come in a $10 pack on Savage Crucible. $10 for a bunch of these weapons that are just silver plated. I mean, some of them here are not from that set, but they're all silver plated, just normal, so you can paint them. And I'm like, man, that's like awesome, right? So, so I was gonna have him have that, but I think I'm gonna change the weapon up for him because what I'm kind of thinking here, and you'll see in a little bit when I unbox what I got over here. I kind of want to do him more now as a necromancer. Now he's gonna have a sword still, but it's really kind of figuring out what it is. And I'm kind of thinking maybe one of these more like gnarly looking ones here because it would make more sense. Like it's almost like a wand, but I also got a wand option over there too. So I got some things I'm thinking about here. I'm gonna see how this goes in a little bit. We're just gonna mostly kind of paint him up. I'm not trying to do anything crazy with him. This will probably be the most. These just come in this normal color. The great thing about these figures, though, I will tell you with Savage Crucible. And let me pause before I get any more on this. If you did not see episode 2 of Dungeon Banter this prior Wednesday, we were supposed to have 2 members of Harbinger Studios on. We only had Stel on because Tim was having some issues getting on with EV Muck. Seems to be something that happens, but he was a great guest, not just as like promoting Savage Crucible and the Titan Toy Expo coming up. He was great as just a dude to hang out with. Like he's super nerdy. We had great conversations and fun. So make sure to check that out. I'll definitely have that linked in here because that's been one of the highlights we've been able to do. It was certainly a lot of fun to be able to do. So we definitely will be doing that here again soon, hopefully in some form, like whether it's just hanging out or whatever. So for on Dungeon Banter, but we're having a good time with that project. It's been great. Me, Jay, and Drasten to just kind of like work together and bring in fantasy content. So next one will probably be mid-October, and it'll be my I'll be kind of running it because it'll be my content or my episode, I guess, in that sense. So we're kind of rotating. It's pretty neat. So anyways, like I said, what I want to do with this fella is turn him into a necromancer. And again, I think what I was starting to say was that these Shadow Slate figures are only $20. Literally only $20 on the Savage Crucible website. These bags of weapons are only $10. So for $30, you can get you just a standard figure that you can paint, customize, do whatever you want, in a bag of weapons for $30. Like that's fucking wild. And they just announced so Savage Crucible has got Titan Toy Expo coming up here in Nashville in about a month or so. They just announced a special con pack only available at the con, a 2-pack Barbarian pack for $50, and you get a ton of stuff with them. And that's kind of like what I keep saying about these guys is like they're very articulate, very articulate, very detailed, and you get a lot of bang for your buck out of them. And that's like another reason why I'm kind of going full all in them. They're just doing things I feel like that really, I don't want to say pander, but really does right by the consumer, by their fans. So pretty gnarly either way. So I'm trying to advocate hard. I'm trying to make sure everybody gets their hands on them and see what I'm saying because you really don't understand it until you do. I feel like so. Anyways, let's see. Let's get some more painting done here. Like I said, I do want to kind of consider before I get into the painting. So I'm really curious. So I got these figures I got when we went and met Timbo a couple weeks ago, toy hunting. So I got some D&D figures from the movie that have some pieces that I think if I want to turn him into a necro, it might actually work out really good. So I want to do that for a minute here because I was thinking about this before streaming because I'm like, man, I kind of want to turn him into a necro. I want to see what I got here. So that's the crossbow. I don't want the fucking crossbow, dude. There's a goblet in here that is pretty tight. Forge, take that little thing off his neck. The jacket, his arms are definitely the same as the jacket, so that would be tricky to move the jacket. But you could have a sleeveless jacket on like a 6-inch figure. You'd have to clearly remove that. He's also got a dagger down here in his belt. So that belt, I wonder if that belt comes off. I'm basically gonna part this dude like for pieces. Man, his boots are cool too. I think they're made for walking for sure. But that's Hugh Grant. Everybody, if you can't tell, it's Hugh Grant. So who's great in that movie as a sniveling little fucking dickhead. I think so. Let's see. So got some pieces here. Add some pieces here. The soft good here from Balin is what I'm thinking potentially, right? Like, this could be a gnarly soft good for a fucking necro. Deep green's a good color for it, I feel like. You know? Let's put the head on him. Let's get that head on him. There we go. That could be cool. It's a little loose. Maybe I can somehow figure out how to get that tightened up some or keep it down low. Right? Like, that's kind of cool. That would look cool. I am the lizard with no legs. Oh, shit. Come to me, my people. But I think a sorcerer necro is going to be the goal with him now. I definitely you'll see why. Some of that in a minute. Yeah, I might play around with this a little bit more, but that's a good start there. If not this, then maybe something else. But certainly like the start of that. So let's see here. So there's that soft good. We'll keep that out. But Doric here. Is it Doric? No, what was his name? I don't remember his name. Dork probably is a good one. Ooh, he's got a back. He's got this pack I could put on him. He's also, let's see here. Hey, what up, everybody? Sorry, I just started playing with toys and got distracted. Hey, it's Timbo. Timbo Toys, the one and only. Listen, guys, if you are not following Timbo on YouTube or Instagram, stop what you're doing right now. Figure it out. Matter of fact, I'm going to figure it out for you, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put at least his Instagram in the chat here. This is my buddy here who does awesome work. There you go. Give him some love. Go follow him if you're not on Instagram. Good to see you, dude. Are you back from the trip? How'd the trip go, if so? There, we're gonna... Oops. Get ahead of myself. Make sure to check that. You just follow that link there if you can. Give him some love, for sure. For sure. Does great stuff. A lot of Star Wars content. Got the South Shore Mall Shootout, one word, South Shore, coming with the World Makers Consortium here in the next few weeks. Going to kick off. Really excited to that. If you get some time, Tim, but don't forget, send me a picture. I want to finalize some of that too. I got a lot of great details. I'm pretty much ready to go and be done. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely welcome, man. Absolutely welcome. Hey, what up, Hova? What's up, baby cakes? Good to see you, dude. Yep, the Simon here, and we're working on a necro. We got a little Balin skull. I'm gonna work on a necro. So I'm pulling out Simon because I got some pieces I think I want to try and use them, see if it'll work out. So I'm taking a break on my other guy and working on this fella right now. So, but I want to turn him into necro. Again, I'll show you guys in a minute here too. You're still away, enjoying yourself? Back next week? Okay, right on. No rush on that. I'm good. I've got a really great time. Or I got a lot of it pretty much done. I just want to make sure I've got, like, if it makes sense, like the flow of it, right? Because the way the store is, so like, oh, something's happening here, something's happening here. I want to make sure I've got the flow right, like in my head. Like, you get what I'm talking about, I'm sure. So that's why I want to make sure you get that. So, but I'm excited for it either way. Yeah, that's fine. No rush, man. No rush at all, Timbo. No rush at all. That's perfectly fine. So, yeah, listen, I don't know if you were here for it, Timbo, because you're a 6-inch guy too, and I got to tell you, if you're even curious, if you haven't tried out, one of these figures, the best way to do it is this: you go to the Savage Cruiser website, and they typically have Shadow Slate figures in stock. These figures here, I've been painting them, as you see. Just comes standard dark brown here, right? These figures come with two scimitars, and they're $20. You don't get no extra goodies in them like most other figures, but they're $20, right? Then you spend $10 on the Slate weapons pack, and you get all these weapons in here. Don't minus the gold ones. All these different types of weapons in here. These, they're just silver, so you can paint them. $10. So for $30, I tell everybody, give Savage Crucible your time. $30. That's all you got to do. And, you know, check it out, play with them, paint them, customize them. You'd kill this, Timbo, for sure. So that's where I'm going with that. I think the slate figure for 20 with the weapon pack for $30, you get a lot of stuff and you can get a feel for what Savage Crucible figures are like. And again, so big fan. Clearly, definitely got to check it. Definitely want to support. So, yeah, the Simon figure actually is pretty cool. It comes with a lot of cool stuff that I wish this belt was removable, but the bottom part actually might be. It is, I think. So that could be used on something else as like a little skirt. I was bummed that my Big Bad Toy Store stuff didn't show up today too, because I did pick up a couple of Ciri figures from The Witcher that somebody on the group said, hey, these are like $8 a piece. So I picked one of each up. So I got a few ladies down here as well too to add to the Savage Crucible as well. So pretty excited about that. Yeah, Timbo. I think you know, I know you mostly do Star Wars 6-inch as well too, but just to kind of, you know, if you want to play around with something a little different, I don't know, you know, you could probably kit bash it and turn something into a Star Wars and even create a new race for the South Shore Mall. Who knows, right? But all right, so I want to get into this here. So he's got this pretty sweet helmet, of course, the helmet from the movie. I don't remember what it was, but it looks ridiculous on his little baby head. But it's this here that I was thinking that might be a good like Necro wand. Actually, it really could be. You know? Here's my wand. You know, and then on the left hand have this like crazy like shamanesque like axe. I love this axe. This is really fucking cool. You could do it more. You could obviously like I think a lot of people do this bone, but I might do a little something more. I'm gonna try and make them like a combo because they do have some similarities. I feel like. So we'll see how I decide to do that. I'll start thinking on some ideas of that. But I think this wand will actually work out well for him. So if I put the wand on him, put this you know, Balin skull soft good on him. I think we got a necro. We got a necromancer now. The no-legged necromancer. Where have they gone? We could always put like his legs on it, right? And then I gotta get his head. Okay, well, we know what we gotta do. Bear with me on sound. Come on. We shall see if that worked. Yeah, sure did. Look at that. Boom. Pop you off a heady. There we go. It's a sweet little cape. Booyah. What if he also got, my Necro had this sweet bag of magic? So I'll tell you guys, I really think that the Honor Among Thieves crew, especially Simon, has some great pieces. I might pick up an Eldon and a Helga sometime too, just to have as well. I was thinking about picking up the figures from that too, because I think they're, or the beasts. I know there's an owl bear version of Doric. Doric was a cool character because she's a tiefling. I wish they'd have made her look more like less human tiefling, a little bit more lean more into like the demoness version of the tieflings, I think, but still a cool character, clearly. I mean, druids are awesome. Either way you slice it. So what is everybody else doing out there today? Anybody else doing anything fun? Sweet. Yeah. Anybody else having some fun out there? I think I am gonna paint his eyes though. I think I'm gonna do a lot of the slate figures have their eyes all red. I actually might do his more like all white and maybe like a red people or something. I don't know. I'm going to decide on that. I think that would be cool. But yeah, look at this. This is great. This stuff works out awesome. If I can get this on him, we'll see. Oh, it's going to be tight. Gonna be tight. Just wear it like that. There you go, buddy. Damn, I may have to take that arm off or something just to do that. And that's fine. That's fine. Everything's fine. That's so close. This is just his little merce. Going to the market. See you later. I think those pieces are going to work great for him. I don't know yet what I'm going to do with the helmet, but we got some humanoid figures around here too. So the helmet actually kind of sucks, honestly. It might look cool if you paint it up and do something neat with it. I don't know. We'll see, but whatever. Now we know what we're doing with these pieces, so that's exciting. So this could be cool too. I see it goes in his back as a whole, so I could probably take that down. That looks too simple for him. Actually, it makes it stand out like that. That's kind of neat, but I'd rather have that be a soft good anyways. That little cape, so yeah. Yes, I will. All right, sorry, buddy. You're in pieces, Simon. His hands are pretty cool. The headless guy. Oh, shit. Ooh, I wonder... No, that won't work. Nope, that won't work. I wonder with the bottom here. He is pretty skinny, though. Either way. So, we got a cape. We got pieces. We're on the move. I wish some of Balin's pieces could come apart. Because his armor is sick, dude. Look at this. So we got the pauldrons here. Does this come off? Oh, shit. Does this whole thing come? Oh, no. This whole thing might even come off. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. That's good to know. That's real good to know. This thing. Yeah, so he might end up... Oh, that's not... I don't know how that's attached. Head's dope. I might still turn him into something, though. He still might end up being in the crucible. My crucible. Cool, though. Play around with it. Love having all these pieces. Ollie's has all the background figures you will ever need. Yeah, so that's... Yeah, I got all... Well, the 2 D&D figures for $5, literally. And they've got a lot of the Eternals figures there for cheap, too. Not around here, unfortunately, half the time. But I checked out their website, and I couldn't find anything on the website to pick up either. That was kind of annoying. So I feel like, I don't know, kind of dumb. Their website wasn't very cool. So we'll tack these guys back in here. So got some ideas for pieces though, and things we can do with some of them. So that'll be sweet, particularly for this this feller here. This cape is going to end up probably getting repurposed somewhere for sure. And Forge's little neck scarf. Should put that on the lizard, the stinking lizard. Oh, where's this at? Okay. Look at that. Booyah. Cool. All right. Well, might be time to start doing some paintings. Oops. I need him out right now, too. Oakley dokley. Where do I want to start, though? I want to keep painting him, probably, and figuring out what I want to do here. Maybe I'll start with his eyes. Like I said, I think I want to do his eyes white. No, I'm gonna wait a little bit on that. I want to still continue to think about that. But I do think I want to do more than the strip here, that line. I got these lines here that I'm not fully sold on for the character yet. Might do more of like that pattern. Maybe what I'll do is just do it like a chest thing instead of 2 lines. The lines look more like almost like he's painting himself like that, right? So I don't know. That's why I'm not sold on it. Where I want it to be like more natural like this, and the lines almost kind of like don't do that for him. So maybe what I'll do is maybe I'll do something like I think I'm gonna get rid of the lines. I've been debating on that the last couple days, so for sure. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I do too. I really want that teal and dark blue. I don't know if you're here for this, Timbo, but my other project's been slowed because I gotta dye the joints. Is that lighting okay? Does everybody see that lighting okay? Is it too bright? I know it's always kind of weird, but this is what I've been mostly working on here. This guy, so um, but I'm at the mess of the joints this weekend at some point. So boop, boop, boop. I also got to paint his teeth and mouth, which I already kind of did this other guy here. So all right, let's fix some of this here. Got a lot of sweet figures kind of hanging out around me too. Thanks again. Shout out to Famine for suggesting Vallejo paints. I've really dug them. I know everybody's got usually their thing. But Vallejo so far I've really enjoyed. Timbo, what do you use for paint yourself? I tried using the Michaels paints. They're so thin. You got to go over everything like, so many times. It's really frustrating. So, um, uh, no, well, kind of a lizard army of something. Yeah, basically, I kind of am. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's funny you say that. Um, yeah, I guess probably am. Um, Slowly but surely. I've got their one slate figure here over here. He's got some cool colors, you know, but he's in that Power Ranger stance. Thanks for Jay Hova for the hookup on this one. I really like him. He's cool. I gotta do his tunic, of course, and then make his weapons look a little bit cooler. He's holding it like Saba though, so that's a magical weapon that he's using actually. So that's the story we're going with. I'm gonna try and see if I can lower this a little bit. Do I still sound okay? I kind of had to move the mic a little bit so I can see what I'm also doing too. So let me know if it doesn't. You like Vallejo? Okay, cool. You Citadel. Um, yeah, Citadel I know is a little bit pricier. We used to use some Citadel for our minis and stuff. Apple Barn, okay, some good stuff there. Appreciate that. Oh my god, I started a new one, you ding dong. I'm not doing the pink one anymore, Zilla. Look at this guy's here. This guy's here. What's up, man? Mr. Too Busy to hang out with me today? Just kidding. I know you got life. We all got life. Just give me a hard time, buddy. Don't get mad at me. Please don't hit me, sir. Sir, please don't hit me. So we'll do this. It's a little darker there than I wanted, I guess, but it's fine. Doesn't need to look like uniform or symmetric or perfect. It's just meant to be, the coloring of this like I said, I'm going for more of that toad-like kind of look instead of just the lizard with all the bumps and shit. Good seeing you, Timbo. I appreciate you popping in, my man. Enjoy your trip. Have safe travels. Yeah, you're working on stuff all right, I'm sure, Zilla. Hey, look who this fella is. Mudhorn, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you, dude. Good to see you. Now, since I'm just going to be out here chilling today, at some point, actually, we'll probably open up an invite if people want to pop in here and just chit chat and stuff like that. So if you're around for some of that, everybody feel free to do that. Just kind of FYI. I'm just going to be, like I said, this is all I'm doing for a couple hours, just painting and flipping around. It still almost looks too uniform, doesn't it? I need to kind of broaden it out maybe a little bit more. Like this. This is what I'm going to do. Okay. The strokes almost. I'm going to go over with a few strokes here and then try to get something that looks less, because the line there too. Doing well out here though, Modorn. How's you doing? My camera's being funny? What do you mean by cameras being funny? Yeah, dude, I got a ton of acrylic paint pens, man. I've actually really enjoyed using them. I've never really heard anybody really talk about them so much. So I was just like, well, I was really trying to use them on these joints to try and figure out my issues, and that didn't pan out the way I thought it was going to. So let me know what you think of them, though, dude, because I like them. They're great. They're not. You sometimes have to go over some of the stuff a little bit darker. I feel like because they are kind of light as you paint them. So that's probably my main feedback at this point. But I thought they were pretty cool to be able to use that. Especially if you don't have that steady of a hand, or I suppose however you might work out best. I think for some people compared to just trying to paint. There we'll do. There, we'll do something like that. We'll make it a little less uniform looking. Kind of lighten out as you go to the edges. Keep a little darker maybe on the inside, Try to get some of these. What I'll do in the back is I'll also kind of like darken up more in the back so it kind of matches the front. And as it goes down, so I may have to do some of this on the head of them too. Every once in a while, it glitches. Are you talking to the ceiling one there, buddy? Oh, so you are going to enter the Titan Toy Expo figure thing? That's awesome, Jehovah. I'm glad to hear that. Nice. Oh, awesome. Yeah, cool, Mudhorn. I can't wait to see that then. It's legit. Legit. It still looks a little too dark in some sense. Those areas where I had that line, so maybe if I try to mix it up some, right? Maybe go darker in the middle too, so kind of gives a little bit more of that symmetry so you don't get so lost and focused on the other spots. Right around his teats. Right around the teats. Fill in some of that, make it a little bit darker here and there. And kind of give it more of that, like, I just want that randomness and that, like, again, like, I don't want it to be uniform too much. I mean, it already kind of is, I suppose, but yeah. Sounds good, Motorhorn. Appreciate you. Good seeing you, my dude. Enjoy your dinner. Appreciate you popping in, though. This is just hanging out today. I don't know. What do we think? Do we like the randomness of this, or should it be a full solid color? I don't know. I do kind of like the more just like accenting the bumps and stuff like that with this guy. What do you guys feel? I'm definitely gonna do more here. I don't like the you know. Let's kind of rub it around. What are you up to today, Hova? You just hanging out too at the home, or you guys got plans going to the Renaissance Festival, anything like that? Paint, paint, paint. Get those titties painted. It looks kind of blotchy. I think I like it. The more I do it, I don't know anymore. It's whatever. Fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. No regrets. I do want to stare at it for a minute or two. I do. Oh, nice. Yeah, we watched Warfare last night, the A24 movie on HBO. It was a really good movie. Very, very good movie. Very well done. Yeah, it was awesome. Alex Garland was involved. Can't remember the Ray guy's name. It's based off his crew there from 2006 in Iraq. It's a breezy movie, hour and 36 minutes, but tension's high the entire time. It's about as one of the most realistic, probably, um, war, military, modern day scenes I've seen in a while. Like, because a lot of the movies, like, they do them well, right? But they're a little more like extravaganza and sometimes I don't want to say over the top, but like this felt like super real, like very real. Like you were in it and there was high tension. You felt a lot of it. Very impressive movie. So if you guys have not seen Warfare, if you don't mind watching, that kind of movie, it's definitely gory at times, but it's just a really good, well-made movie. And it's literally what it is. It's literally just kind of putting you in the place of what it would be in that situation. You can be battle hardened and trained all you want, but sometimes things just, you know, um, don't go either the way you want, or even I think people that are the most stoic can sometimes be broken in that type of scenario. So at least that was my interpretation of it. I really enjoyed it. It was a good movie. It was a good hour and 36 to be able to do that. So, all right. So the question is, did I paint it too much? I don't think so. I think for now I do like it. I'm going to keep it. I think the blotchiness, I tried to cover it up as best I can with too much of the darkness for him. I think it's fine. I think I'll probably do less of a V though, because I feel like that's too uniform, and I feel like in something like this, I don't need that, right? But so what I'll do is just kind of mostly keep it like patterned out, but also kind of like just give it a little bit more of that randomness until it just goes towards the outside and blends slowly just into being brown. We'll sit on it. I'm not sold on it yet either, so we'll sit on it some. We'll see. Okay. Should I do some on the top of his hands? Maybe it's a little bit. That fucker's drying out already. I put water in this too, but I do find that they don't stay. The paints don't stay as wet as I like to them for as long. Maybe it's my fault 'cause I'm not adding enough water into it. I do have plans to get some music in here more consistently. I'm working with Drasten someday, hopefully, to kind of show me how to do some of those things. Because, he's got to be the guy that does everything for me. So, but I got a bunch of files of stuff I'm gonna load up at some point. So that way, there's a little bit of background sound as I'm doing this too. I still think I may incorporate some of that dark blue into this, though. I don't know. We'll see. I really like this color with the brown, though. Honestly, I think it looks good. I like this teal a lot. I just don't know. God damn it! I can't stop. I gotta stop overthinking it. I gotta stop overthinking it. But I got a fuck ton of paint on my finger either way. Oh, I do see the camera does kind of glitch. I think it's just because it's I'm using a program, and I can't use two cameras with EV Mux like you're supposed to be able to, because I don't think my laptop has the processing power to be able to do that. So that's kind of what we discovered on that. So I don't really. It is what it is, you know. I don't mind the glitching so much every once in a while. It just seems to happen every so often. I think because the app is unstable, doesn't do updates, you know, things in that nature. So it just kind of ends up being, you know, the old adage, you know, which is it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. So I will want to put a little bit of that blue in there then. Just accent a little bit. Keep, you know, want to keep the line really predominant on this, so I don't want a ton on him, I guess. So I really like the lines on his face. I think that looks pretty cool. That does look good like that, though. Just adds a little bit of, you know, so it kind of blends the depth of like the lines into the rest of the chaos of the colors of the body, but it keeps the lines at least predominant up top from the way I look at it. So I like that. I don't think I really want any more. I mean, I could do cheeks and stuff, but I feel if I do too much, it's going to kind of overtake the look of it and kind of take away from those lines. So I don't want to do that. So I'm good at that for now. Good at that for now. Got his hands. I do think his back needs a little, but just a little. Okay. Cool beans. Cool beans. Gonna work on his legs for a minute. Still love this. I can't stop playing with this hand figure or fist or whatever his name is from Marvel. He's going to be fun. I'm going to create him. I'm going to paint him up and get him looking a little bit more sexier, get these buckles touched up. Maybe give him like a black wash or something as well too, and then kind of really dive into it once can. Try to match that red and paint, or at least accent it some. I think that'd be dope. I think that would be pretty neat. All right, so okay, him okay for now. We're gonna go with that. So then, time for some leggies. Time for the leggies. But thankfully, I have a good pal going to Titan Toy Expo because that 2-pack I was talking about, that Barbarian 2-pack. Now, I did notice a lot of the pieces look familiar. They're colored and repurposed from some of the Savage pack and some other things, which is fine because they're colored different and everything as well too. But I don't have. I only have. I got. I don't have any like human looking figures like Nashorn. You know, he's got the like I don't know black spandex on. I don't know really what it is, but you know he's humanoid. So is you know Jaeger in some way, but he's still a werewolf. But these will be the first two that I'll have that will be more of you know the normal barbarians and stuff like that. And I like the humans. I really debated on some of them still, but even then, like I like creatures more, anyways. For one, two. The reason I think I like the barbarians a little bit more and why I want them for outside of the fact it's a great value for $50 for 2 figures is that they got the tattoos, the scorpion tattoos on them. I'm gonna get one of those scorpions that coming out for the GI Joe Declassified, so it's like a perfect mashup right there to be one of their pets, right? Maybe I'll get a couple of them. But also they don't look like the other ones. They look more barbaric in a way to me, as I look at it. So I just think that, and plus the mask they got, the one helmet's dope as fuck. I just think they're going to be really cool, and that'll give me a chance to get some humans in my Crucible as well too. So yeah, which 24 A24 movie Jehovah are you watching? He might have already pieced. Yeah, what are you watching over there, buddy? Bucko. All right. Yeah, I was talking about that Warfare movie. I don't know if you didn't catch that, but yeah, I really liked the movie. I thought it was awesome. It was very well done and very very good depiction of what warfare really looks like. I feel like it really had me pretty dialed in. Like Jesus, like seeing in that sort of setting. God damn it! Oh, drop it. So we have to go a little bit more on the legs like that then. Maybe. Yeah. That's how that's what I thought too. Like it really kind of got you into that like psychological like, hey man, like you can be trained and ready to go for this kind of shit all you want, but once you get in it, you know what you see can also really quickly change, you know, how you handle the situation. And the movie kept you just like really, I don't want to say on edge, but kind of on edge a lot of the time. Like you didn't know, you were so worried what was going to happen next. I mean, you know, it's hard to do that. I feel like in a lot of movies like that, just in general. Like, and they captured that. They conveyed like the urgency, the you know how quickly things can go one way or the other. You know. The Elliot guy doesn't remember anything that happened, so it was made in part to tell the story so you can have some. Oh, well, then no wonder at the end then it says like, you know, for Elliot, right? Like that's wild. Isn't that something? That's pretty crazy. Okay, go darker on the outside then. All right. I look pretty close. Need to get some on the ankles there, probably. Pretty fucking close, to being similar. Oh, God. Making a mess, making a mess. My fingers all just, there we go. All kinds of paint on it. Flippy-doo. All right. So now we just got the tail. We'll get a little tail to work here, and then we're going to work on something else on this thing. Or maybe we do something, maybe we'll do something else. Let's see. Here. Then we keep it. Oh, yeah. Lightly patterned. There we go. Try to get the paint off my hands again. All right. All right. Let's see. Now what? Now what do I want to do? I want to divert, do something different. I can always play with these figures that I got here. Probably a pretty good idea. Yeah, the color looks really good. I appreciate that because I like the color a lot too, honestly. I like that teal green. Like I said, I'm still not sold on this pattern here in the chest. I think I overall do. It kind of keeps it like, because it blends back into the brown. So it's like a two-tone. I don't know. Like, I was really kind of thinking about putting in some blue in here, some dark blue. But now I don't know how that would work or where I would do that if I did. I mean, I got a couple ideas, I feel like. But I don't know that I need it. I just feel like it would give him a little bit more of a... Well, this guy, he's got blotches of colors, too, of other colors. Greens, yellow accents. So maybe I will do the blue, actually. I wonder if the dark blue and some just, like, very light accents, right, might kind of... Fuck it. Yep, I think you're right. I think that's what I'm going to do. I want to see how it looks right now. We're going to do that. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Whoops. Oopsie. We see no wanty. Okay. I'm going to really water it down, though, I think, because I don't want it to be, like, a lot, right? So I guess the first part would be... I want to wait on doing stuff on the head, though. I want a little bit in there, but I want to be able to fine tune that a little bit drier. So the question is, how do I want to do that? Like a poison dart frog. There you go. You're a poison dart frog, by the way. I don't know if you knew that. Like, should I just do like maybe little blotches? Like, yeah. Almost like random little. So this feels like it's kind of overpowering some of that green on the shoulder. Maybe I did too much there. Let me see. Some of that blue. Good news is if I don't like it, I always take it off, put some of the light blue back on. But I think I'm kind of digging kind of how it's giving it like a little bit of a in there, If I rub it around, I am starting to see like it does kind of give it like this different look. I kind of am liking it now the more I see it. Especially in like some more of the crevices. You can kind of see it blending in there too, especially if I move my finger around it. Oh shit. Careful, buddy. Still sound okay out there now, Blanco, right? You work tonight, Blanco? What you up to? 3D printing something probably, right? I am liking the blue with it. I feel like it makes it look a little bit more like it's got a shine and a shimmer to it. Okay. Britt was right. It gave a little bit more dimension. Don't let her hear I said that. Oops. No. My short-term memory loss. Sorry. We got some houses to paint. Our little village. Maybe we should do that while I'm watching wrestling today. We could always do that down here too. Keep wrestling on the big screen, and it's an idea. Unless you're, I mean, you might have stuff you now going on, but yeah, I like mixing that up a little bit. Yeah, I really like this mix of the blue in there. I think it definitely gives it a little bit more life. So, okay. Okay, yeah, we'll see how it plays out. I'm actually getting hungry. I think even when I'm done streaming, I'm just gonna watch over here and keep painting. Either way, probably take a little break, but this is exactly the R&R I look for. So, kind of mixing the two a little bit. Let's get a little bit more of that dark blue in there. Yeah, I know. I gotta figure out some pizza or something here. Some leftovers there. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Got a little too Icarus on that one. Whoopsie. Whoops. I don't like that mixed. Excellent. So, well, I do want to open up these figures here in a minute. How are we doing on time? Still got a little bit of time. Okay. Do a little bit more here, and then I'll move into doing that and checking those out because I'm excited about those too. See, how are you thinking? How are you thinking? Looking pretty all right here. Like that dark blue. And blotchy. Trying to make it look as random as possible for sure. It looks pretty random. I mean, I still might fuck with it. Don't get me wrong. Nothing's ever perfect enough, honestly. Yeah, I think it's looking pretty good too. I like the dark mixed in there with it. Oops. I think the darker blue, kind of like on the outskirts of the lighter blue, as it goes into like more of the shadows. I think that kind of, at least in my head, looks like it. Kind of gives it a different shine, shimmer. Cool. Still might mess with that some, but probably gonna work on the legs a little. Cool. Lots of blue on my fingertip. Oh. Peels right off, though. Thankfully. All right. You chill for a little bit, buddy. Let's get some of that blue over here. Better get some more out, I suppose. Oh, man. All right. We'll work a little bit on this legs, and then I'll probably start unboxing the stuff and playing around with some stuff here, so... The outskirts. Before it blends into the brown. Computer's getting warm. We can hear the fan kicking in. Hey, what's happening, Julia? Thanks. Yeah, I got the nicest legs around. Tone's got legs and he knows how to use them. What are you up to today? Oktoberfest stuff, I'm assuming, right? Am I crazy? I feel like it is. I might be wrong. I know we got a few Oktoberfest things going around here right now. We just painting out here today and just chilling. Like that. Yeah, Oktoberfest. Oh, gotcha. Oh, yeah, I saw you went to 21 Pilots. That was good, eh? Right on. Yeah. Trying to keep it low level around here this weekend, I feel like. Britt and I have been doing just a lot of, I don't know. I just feel like we've been doing a lot, or at least, kind of a combo between the two of us and me doing, other things, but just on the go. So just really wanted to take it easy this weekend. Really wanted to paint and chill, and here we are. We're kind of just bumming around, having a good old time. So just chilling. It's awesome. Yeah, I thought I saw that you were talking. Somebody else I know, I feel like was talking about 21 Pilots as well too. That were either seeing them or that they were at least they were on tour. Maybe I just saw it on Insta. I don't know. I'm trying to remember though. I swear it was somebody else I knew that was into them, but I don't think I've. I don't know. To my knowledge, I've never listened to them, but I probably have. God, just throw it. I guess. Fuck it. All right, that works pretty much too. I feel like I kind of can imprint some of the blotch some of that paint around. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Hmm. Unique enough. They don't have to be the same, but I do like a little symmetry. So it's a different shade of blue when I do that. It's a turns into like a sky blue. Cool. Legs. We'll touch up later if we need to. Just kind of, you know. God damn. I'm dropping everything. What's Dipper Josh just chilling too? I might need another fucking paper towel. Stressed out, if anything, I've heard probably. I probably have. I like when bands don't fit into a specific genre of music. For sure. Just painting. Just painting and hanging out on a Saturday. Probably about to do some unboxing and pause on the paint and let this stuff dry a little bit. I still gotta get the tail here. Needs a little bit of blue accent, so we'll remember that. Or will we? So I'll do this. Cover that for now. Put the tail there with this to remind me of that. Because who would know what my brain will do? Okay. All right. Fuck it. Let's see what I got for swag. Hot off the cart today from Macari. I think it would be best to start with this sweet pack here. So I'm gonna also do this. This is a Storm Collectibles Golden Axe 2-pack skeleton set. The reason I picked them up, and you'll see in a moment, is because they are lizard skeletons. So I think they're a little bit taller. I want to say they're 7-inch maybe, but good enough, right? Like, that's fine. Like, undead bigger being a little bit imposing is fine. But since I'm now turning him into a necromancer specifically here, would be perfect to have a couple of undead lizards to check out too, right? So let me see here. Make sure I'm getting that. Doing that camera work. Let's check this out. Let us check it out. Rocket League. Oh my God, that's a name I haven't heard in a minute. I used to play the fuck out of Rocket League. When Rocket League dropped on PlayStation 4 as a free game in like 2014, I was way on that for a while and played it, and then it grew into this entirely other thing, which is pretty cool. So Rocket League's awesome. I did not stay good enough to be good at the game like that. Like, I know that there's Rocket League tournaments, or at least there used to be. That was a huge fucking, what a game. Big fan, what I'm getting at. All right, check this out. I might have to buy another Slate weapon pack. We'll see. So, I need to figure out where I want to put things momentarily. Get yourself over here, boy. Get yourself over here. You dry your legs over here. We'll put him off to the side. He's fine. Everything's fine. He's just in pieces. Sweet, dude. I don't think Jehovah's out here because he's a ding-dong, but everybody's a ding-dong. That's fine, though. This is pretty sick, though. Pretty sick skeletons. Watching the tournament, I was so... Yeah, I'm... Excuse me, I'll dry. You're funny. Yeah, I definitely like me some Rocket League. Just haven't played it in a long time. Oh, this is pretty cool. So, how tall? I mean, it's about... So they're a little taller, right? But what a perfect figure for my necromancer, don't you think? Like, come on. This is pretty sweet. Look at this guy. Nice little joint. Storm Collectors makes some pretty good figs. Now the toes are a little bit different. That's fine. We're not gonna obsess about that or anything. But yeah, wow. Oh, there's a cube of things in him. Come on. Cuba Gooding Jr. in him. You fucking shithead. Why has it got to do like that? I gotta somehow fucking push him out. Without breaking anything. Get my stupid fingers in here. Ah, you fucker. Probably just broke something. About did. No, looks like it's movable. You have to warm it up. Don't want to bust it either. Anyways, while you're talking nonsense, pretty sweet. Lizard guy, for reference, even though he's posed down a little bit. You can see he's probably just a little bit taller. But outside the toes, right? Like, for the most part, like, that's pretty solid of a skeleton. Tail's a little short, you know, again, it is what it is. But, like, as far as doing, you know, a necromancer, having a couple of these is going to be pretty fucking sweet. So, and they come with weapons, of course, too. You know, he's got his little fists on right now, but could probably do some paint on them. I don't know what yet, but maybe a black wash or something. I mean, it's pretty solid right now. But that is pretty sick either way to have a couple of these. So real cool pickup, real cool purchase. Got some shields. Even if these guys don't want them, I could use these shields for something else. I don't know if these are, what these are called, if they're glaives or whatever they are. But I'm a fan, that's for sure. Let me see if I can get one of these weapons in their hands. Oh, shoot. So, yeah, shit. They can hold the fucking... Okay. Well, there you go. Sick. Sick. Perfect. Yep, so they can hold the Shadow Slate weapons too. Oh man, that's dangerous. This is really great. This is a great I don't know, whatever pal out there in the Savage Crucible group or whoever he was that did these. I might have been only one person I saw that had these, and I was like, what was that? Or a couple people asked. He was like, Storm Collectibles skeletons from Golden Axe. Got right on Macari and found this 2-pack, and it was got it for about half off what it was nearly originally listed for, because he dropped the price on it. I'm like, I gotta scoop it. That's too good of a deal to get. So had to pick it up. Pretty cool. Like I said, it's gonna be fun to mess with these for building a necromancer. And necromancer. So pretty sick. I'll make sure to get some pics and showcase that off as well. All right, this feller, it is bussin'. All right, next up, let's see here. Really excited about this. This is, listen, Hasbro, I think I'm at the point where I like the Marvel line more than the Star Wars line just because of the oversaturation, right? But they do the Build-A-Figure things, which I don't like. I hate. I think it's annoying. I get why they do it, but it's frustrating because sometimes some great characters are locked behind it, and then they end up re-releasing them down the road anyways. But this is one of my favorite villains, and he's tied to a figure I got coming down the road or the line here. And I know that not everybody was sold on the Mephisto character because it was supposed to be with the Ghost Rider HasLab, if I remember, which I did attempt to find. I really wanted that HasLab. It was just overly priced. I will always, talk about that. So, but I really like Mephisto. Coming to the throne, some other pieces with them, but I feel like it would be hard to really enjoy that fully without his son, Blackheart, who is a Build-A-Figure in a line right now that they got out. And I certainly wasn't going to buy all of them. No way in hell. But I had to have a Blackheart. And I happened to find on Macari somebody who has all pieces and it's not even been assembled together. So we are going to assemble Blackheart today, and I'm stoked about it. So when that throne and that figure of Mephisto comes out, his good boy, his Blackheart, will also be able to hang out as well. So piece by piece, pull them out here. There's that. Okay, this gets out of the way. Already annoying me. All right, got some fists, arms. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh my god, that's so sick. They had a Toy Biz version of him that came out years ago that I never got and I always wanted, but it looked kind of like shit and stuff. But this, yeah, I'm already fucking excited about this. So, all right. Let's do it properly. Let's warm them up a little bit. Get those joints nice and loose. Oh yeah, bendy boy. Bendy, a now warm little boy. That burned my finger almost. All right. His head isn't going to move too much, but that's perfectly fine too. So. I think it's right? Yeah. Nope. Hims needs to be a little bit warmer. He's got little spikes on. That does not feel good. You do that. Okay. Ooh, my favorite part. Now I gotta stick it in the hole. Ow, these little spikes fucking hurt. Damn. Don't play these at home, children. I'll need to warm up his knees a little bit. Let's do that now. There. I'm sure that sounds lovely through the microphone. Apologies. All right. Movable tail. Oh shit. A finger that points. Fuck with that in a minute first. See if this is going without the warmth. Nope, gonna need to be warmed. Let's. Ooh. Oh no, that worked. Okay, good. We'll have to warm up his joints here too. Starting to find out you should do that with a lot of figures once you first get them. I think that might be probably the idea. There we go. One arm on. Got a couple fists in here we got to make sure we keep around. Let's get him in his... Stick it in his slot. Damn, that fucking... Those little spikes, I don't know if you can see those on his skin, but damn, they do not feel great. There we go. Perfect. That joint feels pretty good. And then last but not least, of course, make sure it's nice and warm as well. Not too much. Got a lot going on back here on his head. Oh my god, that's so fucking sick. The one and only Blackheart. Build-A-Figure. Now complete. Probably not going to stand very well. He's very top heavy because of the fucking tail, so we see that already. But very cool. I wonder if the tail can be used to oh yeah. Yep, used to hold him up. Perfect. Very cool. Very, very cool. Very excited about this figure. I was dickered and dealed this guy. I got a little bit of a deal on it, but tried for more. He was not going to budge, and I said, I get it. You paid a lot for the whole figure set, so I finally caved a little bit too. He did a little bit. Appreciate you, guy, whoever you are out there. I don't remember. I gotta give you your props here shortly in the app. But it's an awesome figure. I remember the first time I came across this figure in Marvel. It was man, I wish I could remember the name of it. Heart of Darkness, I think was what it was. It had Wolverine, Punisher, and Ghost Rider. Two of my all-time favorites, and of course, then Wolverine as well. And great comic, really awesome. That was the first time I remember being introduced to Blackheart, and just being like, dude, this dude is so fucking gnarly. Like, what? Oh, I don't want to bend too hard on that because that other part's warmer, but get the idea. Real cool figure, Blackheart here. Solid Build-A-Figure. There's not a lot that I go crazy for, but like I said, this is one that I really wish they wouldn't have basically paid while behind a bunch of other figures, but they did, so it is what it is. But we're going to be able to play with him here. Oh, I got a skull he can have. Look at this. This dude's skull. Want to hold a skull, sir? Oh, yeah, he does. Look at this. Fucking sick. Cool. You see that? Breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law. Awesome. So we got Blackheart. Finally got a good Blackheart. And then in hopefully a year's time, we'll get a sweet Mephisto that will hang out with his son. Dear old dad, right? Well, hey, that is that's it. That's all the funsies I'm gonna do. We got this guy looking the way I wanted to, for the most part. Props to Britt for pushing me to get that other color in there too, because I was unsure, and I think it was good. Kind of gives it more pop. I've always liked that turquoise and the the blue there. A lot of Native American jewelry, I feel like, have those combos. And I've always been a big fan of that. My uncle used to wear a lot of that stuff when he moved to New Mexico or whatever it was. So love the colors. I think this guy is going to turn out really good. Being a necro for my cool new Storm collectible figures as well. Pretty neat. Very excited to have that too. So, but that's going to do it for this. And that never really happens. But Brett and I maybe get some time later and start working on our village and our buildings. I don't know if we'd stream that necessarily, but we'll probably be doing some more painting later. I'm going to paint probably most of the day. No matter what I do, I got the big screen there. I can see everything anyways. So, but I appreciate everybody popping in here. I like doing these random chill streams just to talk and fuck around and, have no real direction. That's how I like to live usually anyways, a little bit more chaos for the most part. But I hope everybody has an awesome Saturday. Make sure a couple things again to be on the lookout for some of the content here. So first of all, if you again have not seen the Savage Crucible episode from this last Wednesday, having Harbinger Studios on, we got Stel able to get on. We couldn't get anybody else due to some tech difficulties, but appreciate again them in that conversation. Really excited about Titan Toy Expo. Their 2 figure pack they announced. They got a lot coming down the pipeline here, and hopefully once Titan Toys pass, we're going to try and get him back on, or at least I'm going to try and get him back on with Dungeon Banter and talk, some other things, with Wave 3 or whatever too. And then, of course, anything they can talk about down the line. So make sure to check out the video. That was really awesome. We had a lot of fun with that. But other than that, for me, in a week from today, I will be planning on doing a Let's Set the Tone episode with Collector 425, grown-ass men toy member, and now involved in World Makers Consortium, doing that sort of stuff. So going to be exciting to talk to him and, be able to, kind of dive into all things that he does, which is quite a lot here. Hey, what's happening, Brian there? Hey, yeah, I appreciate you lurking, buddy. Good. I hope you've been well, man. Miss you. I hope you have a great day too, brother. Ghost of Yote soon. I'm really excited. That'll be the first game I really dive into in 6 months. So I'm sure you're excited as well. I got a physical copy coming from that one. I don't buy a lot of physical copies these days, but certain franchises I will always buy a physical copy, and that's certainly one of them. But yeah, no, I appreciate y'all popping in here and checking out some of the content that we've been doing. I know Dude was able to get a video game streaming earlier this week. Hopefully he can finish out that Claire Obscure soon. We keep grinding on what that looks like or whatever he plans on doing there. Like I said, I'm just trying to get out content more sporadically as the more time becomes again on my plate now that summer's kind of dwindling down too. So just be on the lookout for any further stuff. I know we are doing a roundtable discussion for Alien Earth, I believe in about 2 weeks or a week and a half. Last episode comes out this coming Tuesday. The following Tuesday or so, we're going to plan on popping on here and Drasten, the Dude, and Half-Ass Beer Review and I, and of course Rohit Raji, we're going to do a roundtable discussion about what we think of Alien Earth. Have you been watching it? What are you thinking? Spoiler alert, I'm not really feeling it. So, but there is some good stuff going on in it too. And then, of course, make sure to check out Drasten and the 7 Dungeons every Monday, 7 o'clock Eastern time as they spin yarn, doing that Shadow Spark Chronicles. It's been some really good RP going on. Characters got a lot of things they can go in different directions. It's been some good storytelling as always recently. And, of course, make sure to check out Half-Ass Beer Review. He's starting to put out some more content when he can as well, too. Make sure to check out his Great Lakes Beer Festival video that he did doing the beat footage. It actually turned out really great. He was living in his head about it, but whatever. And of course, Truth Beer Consequences drops stuff every Friday as well. I do it on YouTube. It's easiest when I'm working. A lot of good stuff going on with those guys too. Check out, listen to them. Even if you don't drink beer, even if you're not even in the Cincinnati area, just the back and forth and all the fun and the stuff that they do, counting sniffs and stuff is really fun. It's very entertaining. A lot of good laughs. It's something I look forward to every Friday as well. So. And then with that, I'll have all kinds of stuff in the description, some other stuff, some other content to promote as well. But I do appreciate y'all coming and joining the chaos. Julie, I want to plan out sometime here as we get throughout the winter, to get you on Let's Set the Tone as well too. I've got about 3 or 4 of you right now that I'm really on the top of the list that I want to try and figure out. You're certainly one of them. We'll talk about that soon too. So, but other than that, again, housekeeping's done. Make sure to share, like, follow, sub, whatever, all the fun stuff that people say, all the cool kids say. Get more sight on us. We're trying to grow as always, but we thank you. I do very much thank you for everybody hanging out on this random Saturday once again. So take care. We'll talk to you soon. Laters.